How did your football betting go last weekend? As you know, there's always room to improve your sports betting IQ, and VSiN is here to help you bet smarter this season. Start your 7-day risk-free trial and place your next bet with confidence. Sign up today and you'll get Point Spread Weekly, our digital betting guide with NFL power ratings and consensus picks from our experts, 24/7 live video streaming with full replays of all VSiN shows, the college football betting guide with previews, predictions, and betting strategies, daily emails with best bets from all our shows, hosts, and guests. Plus, you can always access our parlay calculator, prop bet search engine, and pick tracker on vsin.com. Visit vsin.com/subscribe to start your risk-free trial today. That's vsin.com/subscribe. Matt.
All right, last week on Tuesday, Johnny Avello was in with us, DraftKings Sportsbook Director. We played right reaction or overreaction with week one. We have a new game show this week, Johnny. Here we go.
We need to get you the...
Wait.
Oh, we got... Ooh.
That's our game show music.
I was going to say, we need to get you the Bob Barker long
Wink,
microphone.
Wink Martindale.
I don't think Tim knows. Tim's not old enough to know who Wink
Martindale? No, one's over my head a little bit.
Johnny, you've been in the business of sports betting longer than Tim Murray's been alive, I think. 35 years? 35 years in the sportsbook industry?
35 in sportsbook, 41 in gaming.
Okay.
Wow. Yes, that is the correct answer.
All right, here we go. Still hope or hopeless. That's today's game, and it's about the 0-2 teams in the NFL. We have 11 0-2 teams. That ties a record after 2 weeks. Last season, there were 5 teams that started 0-3, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Steelers, and none of those teams made the playoffs. So right now we have 11 teams at 0-2 trying to avoid that 0-3 start, and we will start here. Johnny, I'll let you go first. The Cincinnati Bengals, point differential of -8. Joe Burrow looks worthy of the number 1 draft pick at this point. 60 of 97 passing, 509 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. The Bengals, hope or hopeless?
I'm going with hope. And now remember, hope is winning 6 games because that's where I think they'll end up getting. They might get a win this week, and I like what I see out of Burrow so far. He does not like to lose, so he works hard. He's a hard worker and is going to try to do everything possible to get W's for his team.
I would agree with Johnny in the sense that this football team is not hopeless. They're gonna show life. I think they'll play well at the end of the year. But if we're talking about making the postseason, it is hopeless because that division is just too good. The AFC North is really stacked.
I'm going to define it this way.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that this is a playoff team.
Okay,
it could be
hope.
Hope can mean this team is going to be a live underdog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hope.
You know, it's got some upside. You're not going to totally throw this team in the trash.
Then hope, for sure. Yeah, I mean, what we saw, that backdoor cover last week, both games to start the season for the Bengals, A.J. Green, offensive pass interference away from a win, should have went to overtime without a missed field goal, so definitely hope there for the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going with hope for the Bengals as well. Next team on the list, Broncos, and they have had some costly injuries, Johnny. Von Miller, Drew Lock is now out with a right shoulder injury for 2 to 6 weeks. Cortland Sutton, the wideout, done for the season. The Broncos are the best of the 0-2 teams in point differential at -7. Hope or hopeless for the Broncos?
I'm going with hope for this team, even though they're decimated, because they've played really well yesterday, stayed in the game, and I think this team schedule, going down the road, you look at it, it's not that difficult. I see a couple of wins there. I think they're around 7 wins, possibly, by the time it's all said and done.
They do get the Jets on a short week, so that works to their advantage, so they might get their first win. I'll say hopeless, though. I think this team is just too bagged up. I was on the under 7.5 wins before the season started. Now they don't have Drew Lock. Even though Jeff Driscoll, to Johnny's point, Matt, played pretty well and gave them an opportunity to win that game outright on the road at Pittsburgh. I just think there's too many injuries. You mentioned Cortland Sutton being done for the year. A.J. Boye also on IR now, so I'll say hopeless for the Broncos.
All right, I wrote this column for Point Spread Weekly, our digital magazine, and for the New York Post. It's in there today, and I put the Broncos in the hopeless category. And it was not easy because I actually liked the Broncos before the season, but so many injuries at this point. And Vic Fangio has disappointed me, Johnny. He's not a good game manager. And Vic Fangio is finding ways to lose games that the Broncos should win. And now he's shorthanded.
Yeah. makes sense.
So that's a tough call, but I threw the Broncos in the hopeless category.
And if you're thinking about the division, I think right now you would say Las Vegas is better than anticipated. The Chargers, depending on who's at quarterbacks, regardless of what happens there, we're right there to win against Kansas City outright on Sunday. So I think the division doesn't give them any help, so that's why I lean hopeless.
Big game in Week 4. Broncos at the Jets on Thursday Night Football.
Man, we got Minshew Mania against Fitzmagic this week, and then Denver. That's the final Thursday Night Football game exclusively on NFL Network, and then the card gets better the following Thursday. I think the Buccaneers are on Week 5.
I think they should actually move that to like the Lifetime channel or something. Broncos at Jets. Driscoll, Darnold. The showdown.
Gase, Fangio.
All right.
Who will get fired first?
The Dolphins have lost to the Bills and the Patriots. That's no reason to throw them in the trash can, is it? The Miami Dolphins 0-2 with Fitzmagic and Tua waiting right behind him. Hope or hopeless, the Miami Dolphins, Johnny?
They're hopeless because they're just not going to improve that much. They're going to win 5 games. You saw what they did last year. They were 1-0. They had no wins, and they come up with this run to get 5.
Right.
So that's what you may see again this year. They're certainly a little bit better, and they're not playing with their heads down, but it's hopeless to get to 6. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I was hopeful that this team would see an improvement. I'll say hope to be different because the hope is they'll get Tua out on the field sooner rather than later. That's the hope of this franchise. We know what Ryan Fitzpatrick is. You know, he and Gardner Minshew can have their beard off this week, but the hope for this team is Tua. But to Johnny's point, this is not going to be a season where they get over 6.5 wins.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting at some point when Tua gets in there to watch him play.
How healthy is he?
I went with hope here for the Dolphins because I think they can be live dogs. I don't think they're going to, like Johnny said, I don't expect at this point the Dolphins to make a run to win 7 games and make a run at the playoffs. I would not be too optimistic about playing their win total over at this point, but I still think they can be live dogs. Johnny, you said it. Last year they started 0-7. A lot of people talking about, hey, this might be the worst team in NFL history, and they finished 5-11.
Yeah, we had props up. Will they win a game? And that was an easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They won 5 games.
And then they were massive underdogs, and I think they didn't cover the first 7 games. I think they went 0-7 and were 0-7 ATS, I want to say.
Well, they got outscored 102-10 in the first 2 games last season.
Is that good?
And you're right, they were huge dogs.